Who am I? I'm Jay Way, of course. I'm nobody. I'm, a mi- guitarist, singer in his mid 40s, and trying a new solo project. I did an album during lockdown. It's on Bandcamp if you want to try and find it, called Stuck In. But it's a little bit more experimental as well because I'm in two blues bands. I want to do something more bluesy. Some of that stuff on that album's bluesy, but it's also weird and wonderful. I want to try and do like a modern kind of sound. Um, so the first band I'm in, it's been going for about 14, 15 years, called Far From the Delta. And we're all sort of ex-heavy metal and punk musicians. So if for a blues band, we're quite lively and quite rocky, almost quite heavy in places sometimes. Um, but we play bars and events and stuff, and we play a lot of the box standard like blues and blues rock covers, as well as doing our own stuff. Then last year I joined a band in Bristol, because that's where I'm living now, Bristol. I was in Devon, and Far From the Delta is still in Devon, but it's not that far from me to go and see them. Um, yeah, Bristol band called Blow the Salt, and been with them for about a year. I'm just their guitarist, as where Far From the Delta I'm the singer and the guitarist, well, one of the guitarists. Um, yeah, and yeah, their original guitarist died. Oh, I'm guessing nearly 2 years ago now, and the guy they had in to replace him temporarily kind of took over for a while, but he's a good guitar player, but he was just sort of like busy doing other stuff as well. They were struggling to get to book gigs and stuff with him involved, so they got me, and now they got to put up with me. So I'm in two bands, and well, it gets a little bit frustrating with bands. I love being in bands and still, happy to gig and stuff. And I love gigging, um, but recording, writing, just in general, everything with a band tends to be done by committee. It tends to take a long time to do stuff. And as you can see here, I've got this lovely home studio, which is kind of going to waste whilst I'm waiting for everything to come to fruition, which I'm looking forward to. Can't wait. Both bands have got plans to do some recordings and stuff, and that's brilliant. In fact, Far From the Delta, we've already started. But again, committee and all of that, it just takes so long, especially if everybody has a job as well in the bands. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like it's our full time thing doing music. So it's a slow slog to actually get round to getting everything done. So hey, let's do this solo project. I like I said, I wanted it. I want it to be reasonably contemporary. If you're a blues purist, you're probably not going to like what I'm doing, because I'm gonna bring in elements of rock and electronic elements as well, and just try and have a more modern kind of blues sound. Because let's face it, there's a lot of people out there who do an amazing job of trying to keep that traditional blues sound alive, and it's awesome. I love it. Um, but I need to do something that's more me. And if I haven't got to do anything by committee and haven't got to make any decisions, it's wonderful, because I can just like get on, record. So I've got some rules. I've got some rules for this project. First rule is gotta be blues. Like I said, it's not gonna be traditional blues most of the time, but there's still got to have that bluesy element, because that's what I do now. I don't, if I tried to do something else, I think it wouldn't sound genuine, because I just play blues. I go to blues jams and open mics. I'll go and play blues. I won't normally play like all the old grunge and rock and various bits and pieces that I used to play at these things. So yeah, first rule's blues. Second rule, and it kind of harkens back to the time when they had the old 7-inch singles, where you couldn't actually fit more than about 3 minutes of a song on there, and also the modern day Attention span seems to be going down. But it I've decided to keep all the songs down to 3 minutes and under. That's going to be the second rule. And I quite like that. I'm not going to be releasing albums. I'm going to be releasing singles because hey, nobody knows who I am. So I'd rather release each song and give it the love and the promotion that each song deserves, as opposing to chucking an album out there, promoting it for a while, and then wondering why only two people have listened to it. So the idea is to keep releasing songs. So I'm going to do it every 4 to 6 weeks, just to try and keep the momentum going, keep the promotion going, and see if I'm not. I've got no plans to take over the world with this. I just kind of want to get some music out, and hopefully gets to some people who enjoy listening to it and can take pleasure in it. I'm probably not going to ever do this stuff live. It's going to be a completely recorded project. Something else. I'm going to use AI, not for the music, I enjoy doing artwork, so some of the artwork will be mine. I might get some photos from friends and stuff as well. But occasionally it's going to be like AI artwork, purely because I'm in two bands. I got a full-time job. There's only so many hours in the day, so it saves time. And it's the same with the videos. I have zero budget. It costs me nothing to record at home apart from the electric. You do have to pay a little bit to release a song. It's not that much, so it's doable. But then if I'm going to do video, if I want to do some videos, something visual to go with the music, especially with like putting it onto YouTube and stuff, and the only sensible way to really do that is through AI, which I'm kind of in two minds. But I think if the technology's there, you should try and embrace it. I do have some friends. I got a guy I know who has an animation studio, and I'd love to be able to afford to get him just to do a load of my videos. But I can't expect people to do things for free for me. If like I said, I don't think this is going to take off. If it does take off, and I do start making any sort of decent kind of money doing this, which as a recording project is probably near impossible, then yeah, I would start to get my friends involved who do filming and animation and stuff, and pay them. But until then, it's just me on my Todd. Yeah. There is a third rule, which is releasing it every 4 to 6 weeks. But I think I've already said that. I'm not. This is like kind of the first video, and this is a mission statement. So it's just kind of getting it through. I'm going to try and do some bloggy type videos, but probably the majority of the stuff you're going to see is me playing a bit of guitar here and there, a bit of singing here and there, and then just the actual tracks. I want to do some comedy AI stuff as well, because I've already made a couple of videos, AI videos, and well, let's just say I'm not too worried about Skynet taking over the world quite yet, because the AI gets a bit weird in places. So I'm gonna try and future videos try and make that a feature, as opposed to that just looks weird and wrong. These free AI stuff at the moment, it does it. If you've got anything with hands in, it really hates hands. I've had one with cars that was quite good, and then I've done another one which's got a single car and the wheels don't move and it just slides like it's on glass and stuff. It's funny. So yeah, I'm going to do some little videos like that. With Far From the Delta, I was doing Jay's Fort for the Weekend, or whatever it was. I'm going to start doing that, but I'm going to start doing it on this YouTube and my Facebook and Instagram. I'm only doing Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. It's blues music. It's mainly old fogies. So doing stuff like Twitter and TikTok and all of that seems not very constructive, to be honest. It's not really going to it doesn't make any sense for me to do that when, the majority of people who are listening to this are likely to be over 30, over 35. So it just doesn't make any sense to bust a gut. And as well, it gets too much. It's especially, I am going to be trying to release a lot of videos. I'm going to try and keep all of this up if I can, especially on the shorts, so the short videos. So again, you've got to manage your time. Girlfriend occasionally likes to speak to me as well, and the dishes need doing and more boring real life stuff like that. That's depressing. So anyway, this is me, it's J-Way. I think I've given you my mission statement. Like I said, I've got a lovely studio here. I've got to really get on and start releasing stuff, which my first song's going to be instrumental, and it's going to be out in a few days. It's going to be out on the 29th or 28th. It might be out on the 28th, but we'll say the 29th, because when you release a new project, things like Spotify and all these other, just going to say Tinder, that's not right, Tidal, and all these other ones, you can't register yourself until something's been released. So you have to give me a day to sort that out, because again, I'll be at work all day and then I'll have to come home and do it in the evening. So yeah, I'll start promoting it properly on the 29th, on the Tuesday. Okay, and yeah, every 4 to 6 weeks. So I've already got 5 songs done completely. I've got 1 song tonight, that one there, which I have just finished recording. I kind of mixed it, but I need to have clean my ears out, come back to it another day, and just double check the mix before I master it. So nearly 6 songs ready to go. So it gives me a bit of time if I'm busy that month, that I don't have to mess around too much, and I can just release stuff. So I'm going to keep on recording, because I've got loads of ideas, loads of stuff. I've got another 6 to 8 songs sat on the computer, half done, ready for me to play with still. Okay, I think I've babbled on enough now, and I'll keep you updated, and yeah, have fun, and take care of yourselves. Cheers for now.